Der Goliath, eine neuartige Waffe gegen Panzer und Bunker.
This material showing testing of the Sdkfz 303 Goliath from March 22nd of 1944 is not only related to the article I'll be covering today, it was actually taken by the same camera crew that provided photographs for it. This is a periodical Die Wehrmacht number 7 from March 29th of 1944. The cover shows an 88 Flak crew member serving on the Arctic front, setting fuses of the shells to explode at a specific altitude. Here, we'll be looking at primary source historical material related to the Goliath, including films from different countries, photographs, and printed material. The final film clip contains the only actual combat footage known to exist, so stick around. The crew of 3 engineers, with the team leader wearing a white camouflage tunic, brings the Goliath to the area of operation using a special carriage. Quickly, the midget tank is made ready for use. The Goliath had a top speed of 6 miles per hour and was controlled with a joystick. It had 3 attached cables, one to control the steering, one for the throttle, and the third to detonate the explosive charge. It was 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 1 feet tall, and could carry between 50 and 100 kilograms of explosives. The text states that with a combination of the innovation of its scientists and technicians and the efficiency of its industrial production, the German military complex remains capable of countering the massive storm of men and material that its enemies are throwing at it. An example is the Goliath. This midget tank that is loaded with an immense charge of explosives is steered by remote control. Experience has shown that the Goliath is effective at taking out fortified bunkers and defensively in destroying the heaviest of Soviet tanks. This mobile weapons platform brings destructive power to the enemy and therefore is correctly considered to have the characteristics of a land-based torpedo. The first prototype was, however, made by Adolphe Cagresi, the French inventor of the half-track, in 1940 in occupied Paris. Learning that the Germans were interested in his vehicle, he attempted to hide it by throwing it in the Seine River. The occupation authorities were able to recover his prototype. The Goliath is being brought into position here. It looks to me like the image of the team leader in the photograph has been enhanced or possibly completely airbrushed in. It just doesn't look real. As I mentioned, both the movie footage and the regular photographs were taken in March of 1944 at the same demonstration. The enemy has been spotted. An approaching heavy Soviet tank destroyer will be the target of the mini-tank. In a carefully camouflaged position, the Goliath's engine is started.
Der Gruppenführer gibt den Einsatzbefehl. Goliath wird dem Feind zum Angriff entgegengeschickt. Goliath geht auf den Riesen los. Die Ladung des ferngezündeten Goliath jagt den Stahlkoloss in die Luft.
Here is a 1944 American newsreel.
Demonstration of the Nazi midget demolition tank captured both in Italy and in France. Loaded with explosives, the tiny tank can be sent against selected targets by radio control. This device appears to be expendable. A larger type can be retrieved by radio after discharging its load of explosives. Troops in this area call it the doodlebug, and here one of the GIs goes for a ride. At the rear of the small model is a reel with about 1/2 mile of cable, possibly as one means of transmitting power to the robot. The white stripes are used as sights by the operator. Final steps in hooking up the radio controls. The compartment normally containing the TNT, which is specially shaped for this purpose. Between 60 and 100 pounds are carried by the doodlebug. The larger types drop their explosive by means of an arm attached in front. 24-volt batteries are used to drive the motor. One slightly bigger tank can be controlled either by a driver or by radio. The Germans are known to have designed several models of the radio-controlled tanks.
Often, film material can be found in foreign archives that is in better condition than the German footage. This is part of a Norwegian newsreel from March of 1945. It shows German Volkssturm, which was made up mostly of men usually considered too old to fight, receiving modern weapons. I'll leave the original tone. Please take the time to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Folkestormmennene får utdelt nærkampvåpen. Goliath panservogner og artilleriammunisjon losses for å transporteres videre til fronten.
If you'd like to have access to additional raw footage that can't be seen here, go to Patreon and become a channel member. You won't be disappointed, I promise. And here's the combat footage from July of 1944.
Amerikanische Sherman-Panzer brechen in ein von Infanteristen und Fallschirmjägern gehaltenes Dorf ein. Ein deutscher Kriegsberichter filmt den Panzereinbruch aus unmittelbarer Nähe. Nach rechts und links sind unsere Männer ausgewichen. Der erste ist durch. Eine Gruppe der Fallschirmjäger verfolgt den Kampfwagen, um ihn mit Panzernahbekämpfungsmitteln zu erledigen. Panzerschreck und Panzerfaust werden eingesetzt. Auf knapp 10 Meter rollt der zweite Sherman vorbei. Sekunden später machen ihn einige Schüsse aus der Panzerfaust kampfunfähig. Der dritte und vierte Panzer fahren demselben Schicksal entgegen. Auch der Goliath bewährt sich bei diesem Einbruch. Durch ihn wird ein 5. Panzer noch vor Erreichen der Ortschaft in die Luft gejagt. Das Gros der amerikanischen Panzerabteilung dreht damit ab.
Thanks for watching.